What is up, everybody? It is me, Half Baked, back again. It's been a while, and honestly, guys, I'm mostly back today because I am just blown away at the work that has gone into OpenGOAL and the mods associated with it, and the launcher and all the tools that are coming out for it lately. It has been honestly just insane to see what's been worked on behind the scenes, what's coming out, looking at things that are to come in the future. It's pretty crazy, and I'm pretty excited about it. So figured I'd get on tonight, play a little Jack and Daxter. It's been a while, show off some of the new cool things that I've found, which I'm sure is just scratching the surface as to what's out there as what's to come. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me to see just a small community of people put in a ton of effort to revitalize essentially a 20-year-old game. So one of the first things that I actually wanted to talk about and kind of show off and play with just a little bit is actually not something on the actual OpenGOAL launcher, or made by, I believe, by the same people. I don't believe it's made by the same people as the ones working on the OpenGOAL project, which is full steam ahead as far as I can tell, as far as the updates that I've seen. But there's this nifty little tracker that they've added, and we'll see if I can get it to be on somewhere on screen where it doesn't just absolutely ruin everything. I'm gonna kind of go through things a little bit slow just for a bit, just to give it time to load up. It takes a minute, but it's really cool. It's called Jack Tracker, and it's just a visual tool to kind of keep track of your runs. Like you can see, hang on. Alright. Wonder if I can just kind of like sneak it over here a little bit. Like it'll show you the percentage of the game you've completed, how many scout flies you've collected so far, how many total precursor orbs, number of excuse me, power cells you've collected. And then it'll actually light up with each power cell as you collect it. Like I've got the scout flies and the first one on the path, and they've got icons for each one of them. It's just so flippin' cool. I don't know, stuff like that is awesome to me. So I'll just occasionally pop it up as I play for a little bit, just to kind of keep track of things. And again, mainly just because I think it's really cool. I think it's kind of reworked a little bit from Live Split, maybe. I thought I read somewhere that it was using some of the auto splitter plugin type features. I'm not super technical on this, so I don't. I'm sure that I'm saying something completely wrong, but it's also, you know, it's good enough. It works using Live Split as far as I understand. It uses an auto splitter, and it just essentially graphically represents it. So I think that's flippin' sweet. And it's just one of those things that, like, it doesn't really, this particular doesn't actually like change the game, if you know what I mean, but like it's just cool. It's just really cool to have new tools and new things coming out for it. So you can see now you've got the door. It updates in real time as I'm grabbing the precursor orbs. And yeah, like there are ways to go in. It's still fairly early, so I'd have to go in and update essentially a settings file to resize and do things like that. So maybe I'll have to play around with that if I plan on streaming much again. But it's been so busy and I haven't been streaming as much as I used to, so not sure if it's worth the effort yet. But I did play around with this the other night, found it, thought it was really cool, and I was like, well, I can at least show it off. Maybe a little unpolished, a little bit not doing it justice, but I mean, it's still super cool. That's all I'll say. And I love it. There's been a lot of updates to OpenGOAL. Everything, a lot of changes, which I'll show off a little bit later, but my custom textures are still here. Everything's still working like I want it to. It would be really cool if on this jack tracker there was some way to indicate when you have gotten 100% of something in an area. Like, I know I can see all the icons are lit up, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I've got all the precursor orbs or whatever, so just a thought. I don't know if that's something that's being worked on. I'm sure that the people working on it are more familiar with me about what is and isn't possible and what would be useful and that type of stuff. It's just I've been very positive about things. I like to try to provide some suggestions as well. But I have no idea how. I don't think it would be that hard to implement, but also, like, what do I know? I've never done game modding. And I don't know how because I know it's reading I believe the project, well, maybe we'll pull it up. Maybe we'll pull it up in just a minute and read what the project notes actually said. Because I might be completely misrepresenting how it works and everything, but I believe it was reading the active memory of the game through the OpenGOAL application. And, like, I know this won't actually load up with anything unless OpenGOAL is actually running the game. Like, you can't even just be running OpenGOAL, you have to have an open game. Otherwise, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't find the information it wants. So, kind of want to look into that and see exactly how it's working. Because if the game just stores it as, here's your discrete number of power cells and doesn't tell you which power cells you collected, I can see why they can't really do that. Like, if there's no way to distinguish if, hey, I got 45 power cells from Geyser Rock and then came to Sandover and got 5 more, if those 5 look identical to the ones in Geyser, how would they mark each area as 100% complete? So that might just be something that isn't possible with an auto splitter. So I get it, but also, like, if it is possible, that would be sweet. I don't have any advice or any ability to help, just talking out my ass. But that's what I do, right? Like, that's, for anyone that does come here, that's why you come here, right? Because I talk out my ass. It's been a while, though. It's been kind of a lot going on. Kids got back to school. Thought summer break was busy, and it was, but the kids are back at school, and I don't feel like I gained that much time back, so I don't know what happened there. I mean, I still have a 3-year-old at home most of the day, but man, even getting 2 hours a day, Monday through Thursday when he's at preschool, it's not enough, guys. It is busy. Being a full-time parent's a lot. My experience might be slightly biased. I came into it late. I've got great kids. My wife was a stay-at-home parent before me and took great care of them and helped them learn a lot and get to a good spot. So I don't even have it that bad. But man, it's a lot. I mean, part of that is that my wife is running her own business, and that's still a fairly new startup and requires a lot of time and attention and a lot of my wife's time, and I help out some, not nearly as much as she does, but it gets real busy, guys. First world problems, I know. I have a roof over my head. My kids don't go hungry. I have nothing to really complain about. Just talking about how busy things are. My kids are on fall break right now, so they've been home. Yeah, what is today? Today's Monday, so they've been home since Saturday off of school. We've been trying to make it kind of fun for them, so my oldest has been reading The Wild Robot with his class in school, and the movie just came out, so oh, damn you. They watched the movie in class, or they watched it. Guys, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Cut me some slack. They read the book in class. He was excited to see the movie. That could have gone very badly. And he wanted to go see the movie, so we went and saw it in theaters. It's only, I think, the second movie we've taken the kids to in theaters. And it's... Y'all, if you have kids, you should probably see it. It hits a lot of... I don't know, I guess it hit home for me because that's where I am right now, is young kids that take a lot of time and energy. And there's some good jokes about parenting and the stresses that go with that. That was fun. It's also just one of those ones that's like... Yeah, it's a very sentimental movie. It's I'm gonna go full on millennial and just say it hits you right in the feels. But like I don't know how else to really describe it. Like it's good. It's visually very, very well done. It looks amazing. It's fun. There's enough jokes that the kids all laughed a little bit, and I laughed a few times. It's an interesting story. It's very cute, and it hits the right emotional notes for me right now anyway, so I think I'll do Forbidden Jungle, then I'll show off a couple other things that I liked in the new updates to the OpenGOAL launcher. And we'll probably call it as a fairly short one tonight. I don't think I need to go for too long. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get real into it and I'll just keep going. But I'm not going to be up crazy late. It's been a long day. So that was yesterday. We went to the movies. Today, my second oldest, he's wanted to have his friend over for a while, and so he came over today, and it ended up being his dad brought him and his little brother over, and his dad hung out for a little while, and we kind of chatted about his work. He's kind of new to the area, and it was a good conversation. He had to go run some errands, so he left his boys with me while they were all playing together nicely. While they were all playing together, we'll just say that. And ended up coming back like a little bit later than he was expecting to, but it's all good. It was fine. But he came back about 10 minutes before my wife's parents were set to get here for piano lessons, because they teach my kids very graciously piano lessons once a week. So I was just kind of rushed to get all the kids food and get everything ready for piano lessons, and then do that. And next week, my wife and I are going to my wife's, one of her good friends' wedding is going to be held out of the country, so we'll be going to that. And my parents that were here for piano lessons today will be here next week to stay with our kids while we go to the wedding, because like we're going out of the country, but it's also we're going basically to the wedding and then almost right back. We'll take like an extra day, but it's not really a full vacation, and to be honest, there just wouldn't be a lot for the kids to do. So Grandma and Grandpa will come and have fun with them here. Hopefully have a really good time. They'll go to their their school Halloween party, which we'll miss this year. It is what it is. Like, we can't control when the wedding is. So we'll go out there, and that'll be good. Good little break. My wife desperately needs a break. I could use one as well. And it's exciting. We'll see what happens. Alright, I got him. We got 2. Can I get 3? Come on, baby. My goal is to complete Forbidden Jungle, but if I die here, I'm just gonna call it, show off the other OpenGOAL features, and call it a night probably. I got some other projects I've been working on the side that probably wouldn't be of any interest to anybody who watches this, but I figured I've already got the decent mic and somewhat acceptable conditions to record in. It doesn't sound super awful when I listen back anyway. So I'm a big fan of audiobooks, really like them a lot. They allow me to actually still read books when I just frankly don't know when I would find the time to do it. I do, but I have to cut off a lot of other things that I really enjoy, so have not made the time to read, I guess is what I should say. But one of the series that I've been really reading that I really enjoy, the new book came out, but there's no audiobook version of it yet. And when I look, they don't expect one for quite some time. Like, I'm sure it's just a placeholder date, but there's a placeholder date right now for an audiobook in June of next year. And I know that audiobooks are sometimes delayed from the physical and electronic releases. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Sorry, can't do the fishing one with that there. But like a year after the release of the book, that feels wrong to me. So for no other reason than because one doesn't exist, and I like the fact that audiobooks are a thing. I am recording the book myself, so I'm having fun learning about that, learning new audio recording software and how to use it. And it will never be good enough quality to be like a published audiobook for sure. But, it's just a fun little side project I'm going through right now. Learning how to do things like replace sections and cut out small sections and just basic audio manipulation things that I probably should have learned by now for this, but I don't do any work to make clips. Also, I don't record my streams as multi-channel, so messing with the audio means I have to mess with the whole video, so different program, different stuff, but similar concepts, I think. I'm sure any audio engineers or video editors just cringed hearing that, but when you're brand new to it all, cut and paste are broadly applicable, whether it's audio or video or text. You did it! Alright, I'll bring it back. Alright, I'm summoning some scout flies and connecting the eco beams. Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's get it going. Y'all, so I live in Colorado. In Colorado, I think most people would agree at this point. Maybe it wasn't when I first moved here, when my family first moved here when I was a child. But at this point, Colorado's pretty solidly, I think, a blue state politically. Yeah, we're going to talk about the election. Fuck it, we're what, like a month away, less than a month away from the election. I've already voted, so like, Colorado's great, but why not? If there's any time to talk about politics, it's now. So it's a pretty solidly blue state, but I live in the safest red district in Colorado. Lauren Boebert is running for the House to be my House representative, and she's got a pretty solid lead in this district, so it's probably going to be what happens. And I kind of want to make myself a menace and just every time she's on the news about some stupid shit, just like call her office to complain. Since she'll be my representative, she gets to listen to her constituents, right? I probably won't end up doing that, but kind of feels like something I should do. Anyway, point is, we not only live in a very red district, so just statistically speaking, our neighbors are likely to be red voters. We'll just say red voters. But also, like, I've several of my neighbors I've gotten to know decently well and had lots of conversations with, and like, you know, their politics and their views come out over time. Most people's do. I come from a very conservative family. All of my neighbors are very conservative, and it's just, you know, it's a big part of my life is being surrounded by people with very conservative values. And in general, like, I'm happy to, for the most part, we get along. Most people are just people, not like the crazy stereotypes you see online, right? Most people live somewhere in that middle area where, like, hey, you know, I just want the government to stop being dumb and make my life better and not worse. And we tend to just have disagreements about how to do that in general. If you look online, nobody thinks that's true. Everybody thinks that the other side is evil, awful human beings. But on a day-to-day basis, you don't give a shit whether the guy who got your Starbucks order voted for Kamala or voted for Trump. Like, we go through our day, we interact with people politely, and we move on. So I try to apply that to people in my life as well. Like, yeah, I might disagree with you on a fundamental level, and if the topic comes up, sure, I'll tell you why I think you're wrong and we can have our disagreement. But, like, we're going to be civil and we're going to be rational adults. And I find that most people take that approach and that attitude as well. So I haven't had any real problems with them. But man, so a few weeks ago, I bought a Harris Walls yard sign for my yard. And I think I might have pissed my neighbor across the street off. He started flying a big Trump flag. And, you know, we've always been very friendly and like, you know, hey, how's it going? When we pull in, if someone's pulling at the same time or whatever, and briefly chat. And it's just been, it's been a few weeks where he just suspiciously, like, if he's outside, he happens to not see me if I'm waving, or just, you know, it occurred to me the other day, like, I just really haven't talked to him for a few weeks and haven't really seen or heard from him. Like, I've seen him, but haven't really interacted, you know, so. It got me wondering, like, is he mad because he didn't know that I supported Harris? And, like, is he avoiding me? And then I'm like, am I being paranoid? I have no clue. Like, for all I know, he's just legitimately not seen me at all since a few weeks ago, and it's just been busy, and I don't know. It just makes me laugh. If he is upset by that, it's like, I don't know, get over it. People are different. I've known we've had different views since we've known each other, and it's never stopped me from being, you know, polite and neighborly, I guess. And if that's a bar we can't clear right now, then I don't know, man. Like I said, get over it. I really like him. He's a nice guy, but people are allowed to have differing opinions, and people are allowed to express those opinions, especially if they're doing it respectfully and appropriately, which we've definitely done. We have one small yard sign. And the only reason I really got it was because, again, I live in the safest red district in the state. So, like, I get that there's... My buddy who lives not too far from me was telling me, like, he's worried about what's going to happen to him here, which, I don't know. I can see, but it's also, like, I don't super worry about anybody really doing anything. The worst that'll happen is somebody will take my sign and tear it up or something, which it is what it is. But I'm just... There's a couple houses on between my house and the school where I take my kids every day that have Harris Wall signs up, and it's just like, it's nice to walk by them and be like, oh yeah, we're not the only ones. Because sometimes it feels like it, So it's, I decided, if I get that little bit of, I don't know, scratch that itch of feeling like I'm not alone and a little endorphin boosting it from other people, like, yeah, I can pay $20 and put that up and hopefully help someone else feel that way too, maybe. I don't know. And I'm probably overthinking it, but I'm under no illusions that, like, a yard sign at this point is going to make any difference in this election. People pretty much know where they stand. I think most people do. We've got one person who's already been the president and is one of the most public figures we've ever had as a president and has the name recognition like no one else in the world. And I'm pretty sure at this point, to put it bluntly, pretty much everyone knows how they feel about him. For better or for worse, his position is fairly cemented. We've seen his numbers, his approval numbers don't really go up. They don't really go down at this point. I'm pretty sure most people have kind of made up their mind. So it's really... Again, the yard sign is not a tool to convince anyone. We're long past that stage. Oh yeah, I was going to stop and show off some of the other stuff in OpenGOAL. Alright, well let me just get this furry ass. Alright, let's take a look then. We're going to go ahead and quit this game. And we're going to see, it goes away, the jack tracker goes away. And it works with, I think, any save slot, which is pretty cool, because like the shortcuts and the speedrunner menus typically affect the first save slot, but I believe this one, like if I come down to Goal in My Citadel here, yeah, see it kind of just fills in everything that I've gotten. You can see what I skipped over, which was apparently all of Volcanic Crater. Damn, some of those icons are really cool. I really like this one for the floating one in the Lost Precursor City. The one in the middle of the room where I always die. These are so well done. Jack Tracker. Jaktracker. And if you go to, I believe, the website. Well, let's find out right now. Again, we're just going to go check out a couple things. I want to look at the website for Jack Tracker. Damn it, that's not what I meant to do. I don't even know why that happened. Oh, I'm so good with computers. I'm a good computer guy. Okay. I'm going to do this over here. Yeah. So I've talked a couple times about jackmods.dev, but apparently now it's basically been deprecated, which is kind of cool because they folded it basically directly into the OpenGOAL launcher. So you install the OpenGOAL launcher and then you can go into the settings and add just the URL to a JSON file, which just kind of lists the available mods that they have right now. There's a little video showing you how to do it. Really cool stuff. My only kind of disappointment with this, and again, I'm being picky. Overall, it's super, super freaking cool. Super awesome. You can tell a lot of work has gone into it. It's super slick and smooth, and I'll show that off in just a minute. I just want people to see, again, just the amazing stuff that has gone into this project and all the mods and the time and the work that's gone into it. But there's some things that I'm a little bit sad about. One of my favorite mods by far that I've seen so far for Jak and Daxter was the Forgotten Lands, and I don't see it in the supported mods list at this point. I don't see it in the game, so I don't know if work is going into it to make it compatible with like the new versions of OpenGOAL, or if it's just something that's kind of like development is dead. I know Keytar was working on it, and Hat Kid, I think, were the two. And looks like Hat Kid's got one in here, but I don't know. I don't know if the Forgotten Lands is gonna be in here. But there's some other cool things in here. I tried yesterday this river to water custom level. Winding mountain path with power cells and scout flies. It was good. You can tell that it's been worked on and a lot of effort's been put into it. But it just didn't quite scratch the same itch that the Forgotten Lands did. So that being currently unavailable was a little disappointing. But there's a lot of really cool stuff. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be up super late tonight. Pretty tired. I don't know what this jack up is. Only up in Jack 1. Hub 1 plus 2 so far. I might have tried that out. I'm not sure what that is. That sounds kind of cool though. I don't know what the archipelago goal is. There's a lot of these that I need to try. Platform Mania. Oh, that reminds me. Besides Jak, kind of what I've been doing a lot lately, I've been playing a lot of, was a new PS5 game, Astrobot. It's not like Jak and Daxter in any way, except that it's a platformer, but like it is a solid platformer. If you're on the fence at all and wondering if it's worth it, yeah, play Astro's Playroom, and if you get any kind of enjoyment out of Astro's Playroom, which is free on the PS5, you can just download it and try it out, kind of see what it feels like. But it is one of the best uses of the PS5, of the DualSense controllers that I've seen. Like the original Astro's Playroom was essentially just a tech demo for the controller. Really makes great use of the controllers, like haptics and great tactile feedback. They use I forget what they call them, the triggers, the adaptive triggers. I don't know, where you pull halfway and then you can start to feel resistance and stuff like that. And it's really cool. It's a fun game, and it's just challenging enough to be. I'll say this: the hardest ones are a challenge for my wife, who has been an off and on gamer for most of her life. She's played with her brothers and plays with me sometimes, but is not like super into games. Like for me, it takes me a few tries on the harder ones, but they're challenging enough to make it really interesting and make me actually have to sit down and pay attention, but I can get through them. There's two that my wife is at right now that she's like, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do these. So they range up to, I'd say, moderately difficult on some of their platforming challenges, on specifically the challenge levels in Astrobot, but they're not terribly bad. But they're just, again, for me, they just kind of scratch that platforming itch, that challenge itch, and it's just... Y'all, it's so cute and wholesome. If you have a history of PlayStation and like some of the old mascots, you'll probably run into some people, some bots that are dressed up as PlayStation characters that, just kind of bring back that little nostalgic spark. And there's a cynical part of me that's like, oh yeah, they're trying to do that to get money. But it's also like, it is a quality game. Like if they didn't have any of the PlayStation branding on top of it, it would still be worth the playthrough, absolutely. So for me, that's what makes it, I guess, I wouldn't even say acceptable, because that's not my decision, but like, it doesn't feel bad to me in the slightest, because again, you can tell that effort and care and time and love was put into the making of this game. It's so good. Anyway, so once you paste in the I'm so good at this, guys. I should talk for a living. Once you paste in the JSON file for the mods in here in the settings, then you can come to features in the the OpenGOAL main menu. And in your mods here, you now have access to all of those mods in that list that are on there that you can just basically click on and download. So you can tell I downloaded River to Water, played that a little bit. Let's see, what happened to Platform Mania? Is that not on this list? Oh no, it's just alphabetical and I don't know how to read. Okay. So like speedrun practice, jack up. Let's see what that is. You know what, if it's going to take some time to download, it's probably not worth doing live. I might do that at some point. Let's try random cell order. That's something I've tried in the past. It shouldn't take too long to install. And I'm just curious how it's gonna go. I just want to showcase kind of live. Nothing bad can happen here, right? Like there's no way this could blow up in my face. Just like the process of adding mods and installing and playing them, and just how simple that actually is at this point. Because like, man, props to these guys. All the work that they've put in, the support they've made it possible to give the modding community. Like you can tell, like it's baked right in at this point. I'm super stoked to see what keeps coming out from their latest progress report. Looks like they're hard at work on Jack 3. Let's take a look at that while that loads. Let's check September. Cuttlefish did Rock Pool and River to Water. They showed their newest project, Overgrown. Oh yeah, Team Runs came out not too long ago, where you can do multiple players in Jack and Daxter. But if you go to Jack 3, like you can see they've got menus coming along and the maps. They're fixing collision in it. Oh, they're just bugs that they're working through on it, so. It just looks like they're getting stuff, they just keep chugging along and making progress, and God, I'm so excited to come back here and at some point just play through. I'll have to do a stream of it probably over the course of a couple days. Just go Jack 1, 2, 3 in order. No special requirements, just to play them because they're all here. And hopefully they're not all burnt out and we can get Jack X as well, because that would be sweet. Here's the thing. It feels a little bit almost hypocritical of me to be saying stuff like that, because I'm a big advocate for like making new things. But at the same time, I'm also like, it's cool to see the passion and the care that is being given to these things that were a big part of my childhood, and kind of got the kind of got me into gaming in the first place. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm not happy to see the love and care given to these, or that I wouldn't be happy if it was, you know, other things that I love, like Bloodborne. Love to see a remake of that, or a sequel, either one. And that's not as old, not nearly as old, but But yeah, I would absolutely love to see things that I enjoy made better for sure. And that's, I'm not going to say hypocritical, but it is. What am I looking for? Play hints. But I guess it makes sense, and I can understand why people want to see their favorite franchises restored and given new life and so on. So I guess I'll just say that I get it. I get it, and it's fine. And you know, if you are happy about the new Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, cool, good for you. I don't know why that game needs it at this point. It is not that old. It is doing just fine, but I'm glad if it's making someone happy. I just want my shit to get done and to see cool new things. Well, at the very least, you can see that it is working. And I'm sure if I wanted to, I could go in and add the upscaled textures and other things that made it probably look a little bit smoother when I was playing earlier on top of this mod that at least used to be a thing that they could do through the unofficial mod launcher that was downloaded at jackmods.dev. So I'm sure I could come on and do that with the launcher now since I have the textures and the mods both available here, but I currently have not done that, so we'll just watch these still good looking, but maybe not quite as good looking as the upscale textures. Play on screen for just a little bit. For anyone watching this, I know this is like riveting content that you get to twice in one day see me go through Geyser Rock. Isn't that cool, guys? I know this is why everyone's here. This last one should be behind the precursor door, which, great, make me end with the one in the middle of the level. Did I get all 50? Yes, okay. Oh, I'm also supposed to, theoretically, I'm going to get up early in the morning and try to make it out to the junkyard before my wife normally starts work. Out to the junkyard and back, because drive an older vehicle and the climate control board apparently is going haywire. So I know, I know all you gearheads are out there in the chat waiting to tell me, hey, the boards in these ones at the junkyard are going to be just as old and they're going to go out soon too. Well, I know, but if I can find one that works for a little while longer, the plan isn't to drive this car forever. Just got to keep it chugging along until we're in a better place to look at replacing it, to be honest. Driving an 01 Accord right now, so it is not a bad car. But it is an older car. And it just means more upkeep. But like I said, we live in Colorado. Winter is coming. And I need my wife to, because the car that my wife normally takes, I need her to be able to turn on the heater during the Colorado winters. I feel like that's a reasonable ask. Something I can do for her. Gotta get up to 120 orbs. And then if task number 2 is give 120 more orbs to the Oracle, fuck it, I quit. No, that probably would be where I ended it for the night. We'll see. I'll keep playing as long as it's an entertaining order and it's still going well, but I'm probably aiming for about an hour-long stream tonight. But anyway, yeah, so putting that out there, I firmly believe that it's pretty much, I feel pretty strongly that this November the choice is pretty clear for me. I don't think it's that hard of an election decision, no matter what I think of Kamala or the Democratic Party, which is not highly in a lot of regards. There's no shot I would vote for Trump. So if you feel differently and want to, civilly tell me why I'm wrong and to go, do whatever, feel free. Let me know. Let me know in chat why Trump is the best pick for the country, what exactly he's done in his term and what he plans to do. How are his policies that he talks about going to help regular people? Love to hear it. So I like to consider myself an open-minded guy. I've changed all my opinions on many different things in the past, given enough evidence showing me I was wrong, so show me I'm wrong. Teach me. Maybe there's things that I just am ignorant of. I try hard to be informed and have an intelligent opinion about the things that I believe in and the things that I say, especially when I say them publicly, but I'm only human after all. Maybe I've missed something glaring that I'm just too stupid to understand, but feel free to try to come educate me. I know that there's a lot that I don't know about random cell order. I'm sure there are strategies to get it down and get a better time and to do this in a smarter way, but I'm just going to go do the bare minimum for each cell that pops up, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how long that takes me. Alright, let's fucking go. Man, I've dropped a lot of frames tonight. I'm going to have to look and see what's going on. Damn it! Another 120 orbs to the Oracle. I knew it. I said it earlier. It's going to make me get more orbs and I should just grab them all before I go see it, but no. Alright, I only need 90 more. How many do I have from the Forbidden Jungle? $64. I can't get them all because I can't go inside the tower because I haven't done that yet. And I need 90 more, so Let's see if I can grab some easy ones here, and then I'll head over to Sentinel Beach. Try to snag the rest between Sandover and Sentinel. Cause it's going to be a bit of a scrape to get there, I think. I can get most of them at Sentinel. I can get all of them at Sandover, so I guess it won't be that bad. Just might take me a few minutes. Dang it, and after seeing how I played tonight, I'm like, I need to come back and try a no-death run again. I am a glutton for punishment. How many times do they have to teach me this lesson, old man? I'm the old man in this situation. And Jack and Daxter are the one that are going to beat me up. You're welcome for painfully exploring that very obvious joke. Exploring. Explaining. My goodness. I kind of wish I had artistic ability so that I could make some more different lurker skins and like maybe make the ones here in the Forbidden Jungle like a deep emerald green color or something instead of the normal purple. That'd be fun. Damn it. Well, I got the orbs. That was so smooth, guys. Should all be impressed. I am rusty. Later when Get the Scout Flies comes up in the Forbidden Jungle, I'm going to be so confused about where I left the last one. I think that's all the easily accessible ones here. Let's go check out Sentinel, see if we can find our missing 58. I'm going to try not to grab the ones. Well, no. Why not? I'll just grab these ones on the way up to the canyon now. I imagine as soon as I finish the bringing the orbs to the Oracle, it's going to tell me to bring orbs to my uncle or something. Might as well grab all the orbs I can. Except for those. Apparently for some reason I don't need those. I'll grab them on my way to the Oracle. Just remember there's at least... what is it, 3 up there? 2 or 3 up there. I don't know. Nope, still can't do it. I cannot do the boosted uppercuts. I don't know how. I don't understand the timing. And no amount of practice has helped me. I say no amount of practice. I meant like... an embarrassingly long time for what is a simple move, but I've only practiced for a couple hours. But that's a couple hours of like just trying to do that stupid jump and not getting it, so... I don't know. I think I'm just broken. What am I missing in Sandover? 3. Oh, the last 3, okay. Well, damn. Gonna have to get a lot in Sentinel Beach, aren't I? That means I'm gonna have to be bait. Unless I feel like getting real good at climbing that tower real fast. Can I just nudge them to where I want them when they suck at shooting? Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, the good one. Alright, let's fucking go. I wonder if Jack Tracker works with this. It might. Oh shit. I guess I don't see why it wouldn't if it's still reading the same memory files. Oh, nope, it does not. Good to know. Alright. Still cool. And as I showed earlier, it works great on a regular game file. See, no matter what I do, I cannot get the timing right on that. The amount of time I spent trying to jump from this ledge to that one and just... I should kill you. Oh, I need 11 more. Tight. Let's see. I'm just hitting buttons now. God. Alright, for reals this time. If the next one is just bring orbs to someone else, I'm done. But let's go back, let's do the Oracle, let's spin the wheel again and see what we get. I can tell you, as someone who's trying to build a tool to pick random things and return them in a coherent and meaningful way to a player, I think they've done a great job with this mod. It's clear, it's easy to understand, it works. Five out of 5 stars. Would recommend. Random sell order gets a big thumbs up from Half Baked Skeptic. A ringing endorsement with all 22 followers. If all of my followers donated $1, you could buy lunch. Alright, what are you gonna give me? Still dropping frames. What the heck is going on? I think my internet's having problems. Sentinel Beach, free 7 scout flies. Nice. That's not going to be a pain in the butt at all. Let's see. You know what, real quick. I want to do a drop. This is on YouTube, so it doesn't. If you're watching this on YouTube after it's already out, it won't work for you. But anytime anyone's live in my chat, if you just put !drop, you'll get a little figure that just gets dropped randomly onto my screen. Hopefully land on the target. I'm not going to come close. It's all random. It's just for fun, but it is pretty fun, I think. It's a cute little plug-in game. I first saw this in the stream of a software and development streamer named Juicebox Hero. So credit to them for turning me onto this cool little thing. They have I guess a long-standing offer where if you land on the target, you get like a percentage of how close you are to the exact bullseye. And she maintains that if she sees anybody get a perfect bullseye, 100% on there, she will give them $200, which makes me think that she's probably looked at like the source code, which I believe is available to review before you use it as a plugin, and it's probably not possible. But still a fun little thing. So if you've watched my channel at all as well, you'll also know that I stream Phasmophobia sometimes. Sometimes I play off stream too. I know, sue me. But I've been doing the weekly challenges, and the weekly challenge this week is just painful. It's a huge map at Sunny Meadows. You have shit tier evidence. You have low activity for the ghosts. So it's just a bunch of wandering around a giant empty asylum with nothing supernatural happening, and just trying to patiently wait for the ghost to maybe do something. Oh shit, there's one of the scoutflies up there. I might be stuck then. I do not have the skills to do that. Or am I wrong? Hang on, how many do I have? 5. Oh, then there might not be. Okay. I think I'm misremembering. I think those are just coin boxes. I should have pushed up that thing. It's not too late. It's never too late. Even if I try. Oh man. It's been too long since I heard that song. Yep, okay, so the last one will be up there. Should be good, should be good. Let's go get them scout flies. Alright, get the power cell. What's the next one? Is it one I can do in less than 10 minutes? Open the locked temple door. Sure, let's do it. feel like my music ended. That's why it's so quiet now. Can't be that I stopped talking. I would never do that. I'm a consummate professional. I will chitter chatter and jabber till the cows come home. I like how it started off as like, hey, I want to show some of the cool new features of the OpenGOAL launcher, and everything they added out is just like, nah, apparently I just want to play Jack and Daxter. Alright. From the Pelican? No, I don't want to do that one. I like shooting him and I can't get... Alright. Alright, with that, I think I am going to call it here. Save the game. We'll go ahead and quit. I'm going to show off the launcher one more time just because, again, I think the work that's gone into it is amazing. Shout out to all the people on both sides on the OpenGOAL team that are working on this. I know that some of the people that have worked hard on the mod launcher from before are not technically working with the OpenGOAL team, but it seems like they're collaborating, it appears. And man, just looking at what we've got lined up here, and for Jack 2, I am beyond excited to see what keeps coming for this. And again, keep the good work coming. Wish there was a better way to contribute to the cause, but I lack the skills necessary, and you won't take monetary donations. So whatever. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it. Anyone watching, I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay true to yourselves. No. As always, though, be kind to somebody who needs it, and be kind to yourself as well. And take care. Peace out.